York is taking legislative gridlock to the next level.
It's day 76, and still no agreement.
The upstate unemployment rate has hit an all-time high.
22% of children who live in New York State are currently living in poverty.
The state Senate passed its final budget bill tonight, 4 months after the April 1st deadline.
Today, the New York Senate voted down the gay marriage bill.
New York's economy is rebounding with a record number of jobs.
In the capital of New York State, they're not waiting for an economic turnaround, they're creating one.
State budgets in Albany were chronically late prior to Governor Cuomo. He has now delivered his 5th consecutive on-time budget.
Governor Cuomo today unveiled an ambitious new plan to cut some of the highest taxes in the U.S.
New York's 2% property tax cap has been a smashing success since it first took hold in 2012.
The pension reform law will save the state and local governments some $80 billion.
New York State government has been transformed into an engine of action. Communities that suffered for decades are now coming back to life.
New York's unemployment rate drops to 4.8%, its lowest since 2007.
New York State set a record for the number of jobs in November.
There are thousands of construction jobs now in the city of Buffalo. It's only going to get busier.
Our region will be receiving $500 million from the state. It's part of the governor's Upstate Revitalization Initiative.
Central New York was one of 3 regions to win $500 million.
Right now, some of the most advanced manufacturing work in America is being done right here in upstate New York.
The Capital District has been awarded $98 million for economic development projects.
Long Island has been named a top performer for the 4th year by the REDC.
As New York's 4th largest employment sector, 1 out of every 12 jobs in New York is tourism related.
Taste for Greek yogurt depends on the palate, of course. No arguing, though. The industry, even here in the Capital District, has made a big economic impact.
Casinos could raise some $430 million annually.
LaGuardia, Tappan Zee Bridge, Gateway projects. We all know that building a 21st century infrastructure is about jobs, strong businesses, and pride.
Governor Cuomo and Mayor de Blasio have agreed to fund the MTA's capital program.
$40 million will go to local governments to repair roads statewide.
Local municipalities see a boost in state support for local roads and bridges.
Work is set to begin on resurfacing 300 miles of Long Island roads.
Just within the past hour, the rain has picked up, the wind has picked up.
Sandy had a devastating impact on Long Island, and we will be cleaning up and working hard in the days and weeks ahead.
The leadership shown by New York State to make these bold emissions reduction commitments is vital to solving the climate crisis.
The Adirondack Park picks up 69,000 acres of land. It had been owned by Finch Prine Paper Company.
Pre-K should be for all New York State students, and that's why the state will pick up the tab.
The nation's toughest gun control law is the New York SAFE Act of 2013.
New York State has agreed to place unprecedented restrictions on the use of solitary confinement in its prisons.
A tentative deal struck in Albany. It would extend rent regulations that affect more than 2 million New Yorkers.
With the support of Democrats and Republicans, New York is doing exactly what democracy is supposed to do.
Ayes 33, nays 29.
Thank you for capping the property tax.
And bringing tax fairness to homeowners.
Thank you for leading the fight for economic justice by raising the minimum wage.
And by fighting hard for fast food workers.
Thank you, New York State, for leading the fight for social justice with your gender identity anti-discrimination laws.
Thank you for passing the Marriage Equality Act and allowing us to live a life of love and happiness.
Thank you for taking the lead in the nationwide fight against campus sexual assault.
Enough is enough. Thank you for cracking down on sexual assault on college campuses.
We're sick and tired of losing our families and our kids to the senseless gun violence. Thank you for a job well done.
Israel is a true friend in New York. Thank you for standing with us.
Thank you for launching the Catskill Challenge and strengthening our tourism economy.
Thank you for reforming New York State's craft beverage laws to help realize the potential of New York's wine and grape industry.
Thank you for cutting the unemployment rate for minority youth in half.
Thank you for supporting our community school. Gracias por apoyar a nuestra escuela comunitaria.
Thank you for your unprecedented investment in SUNY.
Thank you for bringing jobs to Oneida County with the Marcy Nano Project.
Our state mandates are down $9 million this year. Thank you.
Thank you for working to modernize and revolutionize Stewart International Airport.
Many thanks for all your help in preventing the Long Island Railroad strike.
Thanks for the Buffalo Billion and bringing thousands of jobs to Buffalo.
Like ours!
Thank you for helping grow the Southern Tier economy with the $500 million Upstate Revitalization Initiative Award.
Thank you for leading our nation in renewing the cultural and economic ties to Cuba.
Thank you for supporting Puerto Rico and strengthening the historic relationship.
Thank you for reminding the world that there's no better place to vacation than New York State.
Thank you for helping to redevelop Buffalo's canal site.
Thank you for the addition of 69,000 acres to the Forest Reserve.
Thank you for being there for the Mohawk Valley when the floods hit.
Thank you, New York, for making us one of the leading dairy-producing states in the nation.
Thank you for supporting universal pre-K.
Thank you for bringing justice to New York.
From one New York native to another.
Thank you for bringing amazing pride to New York.
Thank you for bringing hope back to New York State.